Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lex, and we are standing on my island, Antilia, where today I'm going to be doing a speed build of the shopping district. So I'm going to completely finish both my Nook's Cranny area and my Able Sisters shop. I hope you'll hang around to see how it goes, and I hope you enjoy today's video. This is where I'm going to be placing Nook's Cranny. As you can see, I still have this default terraforming going on. This is how my island map turned out in the beginning. So I'm just gonna move things, get them where I need them to be so that I can maintain my theme of having the city area with all the villager houses and the shops in the middle of the island. I'm also gonna figure out what to do with this river mouth. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. I'm so happy you're here, I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to get started on the build. You already know I had to catch this conversation between Butch and Egbert, where Butch is encouraging Egbert to use more colorful language. That sounds really bad. If someone was to jump out at you, you might yell, "Jeepers creepers, you done scared me silly." Butch is definitely southern. Okay, "Jeepers creepers, you scared me done silly." Like that? Well, that's something, I reckon. Almost makes you sound grown up. Oh yeah, now I'm gonna sound cool like you, Butch. Egbert is so cute. Whiskers and bean music, concern it. I love him. What even was that conversation? You can't not stand these two villagers. Before we get started today, I just want to thank Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video, and definitely stay tuned to hear about a giveaway that I'm hosting right now. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other Match 3 game on the market. It's so full of strategy. Each of the emoji that you can win have different power-ups, so every game that you play can be different. You really have to think about which one's power will help you with your current mission. And I think that's really cool. My favorite emoji is Rainbow Mickey, but there are so many to collect. If you have a collector's mentality in games, you're really gonna love this one. There's so many emoji that you can get, and I mean, the child is included. What more could we ask for, truly? All of them are so cute, and once you win them, you can even use them when you're chatting with your friends via text, which is just so cool to me. I think that's really precious. If you want to enter the giveaway, I'm going to be giving away 2 $20 Nintendo eShop gift cards. All you have to do is download the game with the link in the description and send me a screenshot on Instagram or Twitter of you reaching level 10. That's all, and thank you so much to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring the video. Now let's hop right into the build. I'm starting by just cleaning up all of the things around here that would stop me from terraforming, so I'm just getting rid of all the trees and flowers, and I'm even going to board up this waterfall because I don't really think it fits the vibe of what I want with this shopping district. It was at this moment that I remembered my other account existed and that I needed some of the things that I have on Lorien, so here I am just asking to be my own best friend. Lonely girl hours. Lonely girl hours. I'm also going to board up this waterfall because I do want to incorporate water into the shopping district build, but I'm not sure that I want it to be this wide, and I don't know, I didn't like the shape of this waterfall, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it, and that way all of the waterscaping here will be organic and not manufactured by the game. I felt bad interrupting Coco's little lounge space since she was sitting here for like the most part of the time I've been terraforming up on the second level, but she ends up just standing up and walking away, so I guess she was tired anyway. I don't know why she's walking away from the water when she got her fishing rod out, but more power to her, she is so powerful. I want to make a path here that connects two stone inclines, the one leading down from the neighborhood and then one that leads up to Able Sisters, because my concept here is that I want to have Nook's Cranny and a little like community park on the ground level, and then on the first cliff I want to have Able Sisters. So we'll see how it goes. Whenever I put custom designs down in a shape like this, I'm just marking where I'm going to place a building, and if I place little like patches of dirt, that's where I plan on planting a tree. They just help me remember what I'm thinking about because I get really distracted when I'm doing builds, so that just helps me keep track. At this point, I was really kind of winging the cliff terraforming because I wasn't sure what I wanted up there. I ended up kind of going for a forest vibe on top. Like I had this whole idea for the island that I would just have it be super foresty and natural around the perimeter. So I was like, okay, I can just make the very back of the island super foresty, super woodsy, and Isabel's not gonna like that. I think I've already dropped to a 4-star rating because of an overabundance of trees, but you know, 5-star islands don't matter if they don't look like what you want them to look like. So we're gonna ignore the star rating. I'm just gonna go for the vibe I had in mind. Since this is like part of the only area on the island that's really meant for the villagers, for a city like community vibe, I want to have a table and chairs here, so I try to figure out how best to implement that, how to use my custom designs well, and I end up using this stone path. I still don't really like what the custom design looks like on top of it, but it's gonna be under a table anyway, you feel? I go ahead and place Able Sisters just so I can get the visual of what it'll look like, make sure that I got the dimensions right, and I did, thankfully. So now I can kind of figure out how I want the terraforming to be on the side here. This is like an awkwardly sized space to have beside the building, so I'm gonna go for a pond, and it ends up actually becoming a waterfall, because when am I not making waterfalls? But this does take a lot of tweaking, and I keep messing up and breaking the wrong block and stuff. But eventually we get there, and I am happy with the end result of this little pond with a waterfall. I think it'll be unconventional but cool to have the waterfall right behind Nook's Cranny in a way where part of it is actually obscured by the building. I just think that'll be a fun little thing to add to the island. I don't know what my goal is there, but I think it'll look cool if you're standing on leveled Nook's Cranny, like looking over. It'll seem like the water continues behind the building, and that's kind of lit. I also decide that this waterfall is probably going to be my best bet if I want to connect the river mouth over in this area instead of just making the river mouth end where it begins. So I hope you enjoy this journey of me trying to get the dimensions right for a diagonal bridge. I've actually made a tutorial for diagonal bridges if you would like to make one for yourself. The tutorial does it a lot better than I do it right here. But yeah, thank you for following along on this journey as I make space for a bridge and also connect my river mouth. Something I've noticed in my time editing videos is that it is so much more fun to watch myself struggle with water terraforming than to actually do it, so I'm just enjoying the ride of me trying to figure this out. I finally, at long last, get mission success with this bridge. I get it to place where I want it to be, and I like the vibe here. I like that there's going to be a little stream behind the right side of my villager neighborhood. It has like a cool view when you're up there. I'll show you at the end of the video, but for this area where Able Sisters is not, obviously I'm moving Able Sisters, I'm thinking this area will be a forest that leads to one of the villager houses, possibly Egbert's if I don't immediately replace him with Marty the Sanrio character. Also, if you're still watching, hello, thank you for being here. Drop your favorite Sanrio character in the comments. I want to know who you're most looking forward to. I ended up getting tired of the rain, so I time traveled forward until it wasn't raining, and I also had time to place the bridge, the incline, Nook's Cranny, and Able Sisters. So we love to see it. Now you get a general idea of what this whole area is going to look like when it's complete. So now I'm pretty much just going to be decorating. I think the terraforming is how I want it to be for now. Might make some minor edits later. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I want to make sure that my shopping district is cohesive with the neighborhood since they are collectively the city part of Antilia. And should I name the silly part silly? Oh my gosh. Today, this whole video is a struggle tweet. But no. Should I name the city part of the island, or is Antilia enough? I don't know. I think it's cool when people have names for individual spaces on their island that, like, shows how unique and how well thought out they are. So, I don't know. Antilia City. I decide also to display some dresses here outside Able Sisters. These dresses are by Mokomori_love on Twitter. They're the same creator who made the Daisy Path, so that's super fun. Definitely check out their creator code. In the corner, I want to have an angled signpost, so I'm going to put a flower custom design down so that I remember to put the signpost there. I don't remember until the very end, but it does eventually happen. I just want it to be pointing towards the staircase. I think the signposts are so cute. They have such a cozy little vibe. I wasn't sure what I wanted the little community park to look like, but I knew I wanted it to be more of a like city-like rest place instead of a natural park, since the rest of the island is going to be supernatural. So I placed down this brick custom path, and my main concept for this little park was that I wanted there to be a fountain. So I ended up going and grabbing some garden benches, a fountain, and a few other items that I think really bring this little sitting area to life. I'm going to be adding as many trees, shrubs, and flowers as I can fit in this area to really emphasize the overgrowth. This little park was perfectly placed so that I could connect it to Coco's home area, so that kind of got rid of my fears about how I would manage to connect her to the rest of the island. This is how it actually works out really well. I think it's a cute little pathway. I'm going to kind of hide it from the park with some trees so that it's not obvious, so that she does have that really hidden away vibe back by the secret beach. But I think it's clear enough where you should go if you would like to visit Coco. somewhere around this time, I think it might have been while I was putting Coco's path down, my capture card just quit. Like, it just stopped functioning, the recording stopped, and I was so terrified that I had lost the entirety of the build so far, which is the majority of it. Like, for this point on, we're really just decorating. But by some miracle, we're here today watching the build, so no, it did survive, and we are all so blessed for that. Mostly me, but yes. I'm adding trees in this area too because I want there to be a backdrop for the neighborhood. I don't want it to just be like empty space behind the houses, but I don't want to put them right in front of Nook's Cranny because I know that would be annoying, just trying to find Nook's Cranny through the forest of trees that I've created. So I think it ends up being fine. It's a good balance because it's an interesting decision in the first place to put Nook's Cranny so close behind the neighborhood, since the neighborhood will kind of cover it at some like perspectives, but I think it works. I'm really just pulling a Blathers. If you were around for Lost Falls, you know I literally gave my Lost Falls museum like 3 blocks of space in front of the actual building. I don't know if I deserve rights as a resident representative, but here we are. Here, I'm digging holes to mark where I want to plant trees. I ran out of saplings, or I do while I'm placing trees here, so I have to run away and grab some more trees that I can plant, but I think this was a good way to kind of gauge how much I had already, like how many trees were already planted, and I'm just hoping that I spaced them out properly. I think there is 1 sapling left after I time travel forward that didn't grow, so we're counting that as a win. I also only decorate near the front of this cliff, like where you'll see it from Able Sisters in this build. I'm just going to go through and fill in the rest of this cliff with garden rocks and maybe some mushroom items and flowers and things later, since that's not really a core part of the build. It's just me filling in empty space, and you already get the gist of it. You already know the aesthetic. I try to get this stone path to match the path in the neighborhood as well as I can by adding the like mossy overgrowth, and I think it really works. I think it looks great, especially right here in front of Nook's Cranny. I decided to create symmetry on this cliff just because I think it'll be kind of satisfying to look at when you're walking down into the shopping district. I decide that I'm tired of running back and forth, so I go and grab the warp pipe that I have at my entrance and actually move it near the shopping district, which is a major life hack if you're trying to move between where you're building and your house super quickly. You know, or you might know that I have my other warp pipe right beside my house, so having that one here just makes it where I don't have to run halfway across the map every time I need to pick something up. I cut those parts out, but I did it like 17 times in this build. Since the fringes of the city area are supposed to be very natural, I decide to just plant flowers with abandon, just haphazardly throw them everywhere, and it actually looks nice. Some people can just effortlessly achieve the natural look when they're planting flowers, but I just overthink it. I'm like, no, there's a Cosmo right here. I can't put another Cosmo for at least 3 blocks. Anyway, that's not true. You can put them wherever. I feel like I didn't really get until this point how much space there was back here to fill, because I went through so many seed bags and so many DIY items and still barely filled up the front of this cliff. So I'm not looking forward to figuring out how many flowers I'm gonna need total, but at least it'll be cute. At least it will feel very full and decorated up here once I'm done. I really like how the park area turned out, but when I go up the stairs, I don't like the way the cliff looks behind that garden bench. I'm thinking I might add some simple panels of like overgrowth. I wouldn't be able to plant flowers then, so I guess it's all about balance. But I don't know, I just don't like how orangey the cliff face is, and also it kind of matches the bench. It's a little tacky. Anywho, the build is officially done. I did time travel forward so that all the trees, all the flowers, all the shrubs would be fully grown and we could really appreciate this area in completeness. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, and before I run through, I do want to show you my map so you can get an idea of what today's build looks like. It looks like we have a lot of empty space, but honestly, Antillia is getting there. I only have a few more buildings to place, and the rest is just going to be natural scenery, which is going to be either really fun or really tedious to build. Stay tuned. Like I said, Nook's Granny ends up being very visible, despite the fact that I put it behind cliffs, so I'm really happy with how this turned out, all in all. I also want to give you the view of walking down into the shopping district from the neighborhood. I think the connection to Coco's house worked out really well. I think it's super cute, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put to the left of the community park, but probably some more trees to enhance the forest vibe. Also, how cute is Able Sisters? I love this view as well because you can see both of the dresses and you can see kind of the greenery behind Able Sisters on the cliff. I think it's just super cute, and I'm really happy with how this whole area turned out. With all the plants growing, I don't hate the garden bench as much, although I'm still kind of on the fence about maybe putting some simple panels behind it. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I also caught this super cute clip of the fountain actually spouting, so isn't that so cute? Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in today. I really hope you enjoyed the speed build, and I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day. I'll see you in the next video, and yeah, make sure you take care of yourself today. Bye!